YouTube, today we're trying out a brand new team, and this team got 4th place in the February International Challenge, also the Japan Nationals Qualifier. And it's a crazy one. A Soulfest Hydreigon, Life Orb Hyper Beam Kyurem White. Yeah, this has some pretty interesting text here, and we're going to try it out and see how it goes. If you do enjoy the videos, be sure to leave a like down below, leave a comment down below. It really does help me out. If you want to try out the rental code, make sure you try it while you can. And of course, if you want to check out the details of the team and the creator, I'll link it in the description down below. Otherwise, let's get started and play some games. Okay, we have a Meowstic, Groudon, Charizard, Venusaur, Yveltal, Incineroar, and yeah, this is kind of unique here. Hydreigon's actually a good Pokemon in this matchup, I think. Yeah, I think Hydreigon does really well here. If we had Max Dragon, it would be even better. It would be even better if we had it. Steel Spike is just an interesting move here. Indeedee is okay. I don't really like the fake out support really that well here. Eleki looks really good. I don't know if they're going to bring the Venusaur. I think they're going to Dynamax Charizard, if anything, in this matchup. I think it's like Eleki plus Hydreigon. I feel like that's actually pretty good. Kyurem's really good here as well. The thing is, I can only max one of my dragons here, most likely. It's a shame because I really like both as max Pokemon. Hydreigon just seems really solid here. The only problem is, yeah, not having Max Dragon kind of sucks, but we do have Max Darkness, which... Can it follow up with Kyurem? That would be pretty cool if it can. I don't think our Hydreigon is fast. Are we faster? Yeah, we are faster. Okay, maybe that could be like really cool text I could use here. I think Eleki plus Hydreigon's pretty solid though for most of the game. Have the Kyurem in the back and Zacian. Yeah, I think that's the right call. I don't think they're going to max the Groudon. I think they're going to max whatever is Charizard or Venusaur, whichever one they decide to bring here. I'd imagine Charizard's probably going to be our max Pokemon that we're facing down. I'd imagine Yveltal's going to be brought here. Maybe they bring Incineroar. I'm okay if they bring Incineroar. We'll find out. I like Hydreigon because it doesn't get like cheesed by the Meowstic as much with like Ally Switch or like Thunder Wave and other things. We're going to see the Meowstic into the Charizard lead. Okay. I do lead Hydreigon here with the Eleki, and this is a really good lead here because I can go for Max Darkness right away, and I think that's like a really solid option here. The question is, do I want to go for Electroweb or do I want to go for anything else? I think just Protect here is safe because I don't know whether the Meowstic has Fake Out, and I imagine this might have Fake Out. So I think we will go for the Max Darkness into the Meowstic slot and just Protect here. I'm expecting just Max plays all around here. I don't know. They could Airstream my... I guess they could Airstream my Hydreigon, although it shouldn't do that much. I'm Assault Vest and they don't have to Sun Up. Fake Tears isn't an option here. Helping Hand is an option, I suppose, so they could go for Helping Hand. But we'll find out, though. This could be Sunny Day as well, but I don't know if it's going to be manual Sunny Day on this team. Well, Dynamax our Hydreigon here to counter their entire team, hopefully. We get some Max Darkness drops onto the Charizard, so maybe Thunderbolt with Magnet could knock out the Charizard. That would be nice, but I imagine we're going to miss the knockout barely. Because I think Magnet Thunderbolt would knock out a normal Charizard a little bit extra. As well, but I don't think the Max Darkness drop changes it. Maybe after Life Orb hits and Solar Power, so that could be an option. We will just protect our Eleki here. We're going to see a Light Screen come out. Okay, so it wasn't what I expected, which was going to be a Fake Out. However, I don't think this is still a bad trade-off here. We're going to see a Max Quake. Okay, so they have Scorching Sand. Good to confirm. The question is, I guess, is the Charizard double attack with like Blast Burn and Heat Wave? I've seen some Charizards run that. A lot of them don't run Overgrow, which is good to confirm here. And I guess the fact that Meowstic's actually still around is a little bit tough. We are going to get a Max Darkness off here into the Meowstic. Not bad damage. Definitely not super significant. However, not too bad. We do get a special defense drop. So basically, they're back at neutral. I think we go for Electro up here for sure. I don't really need the... I really don't need this Eleki around too much. It's mainly only to handle the Charizard, and if I can handle every other Pokemon, I should be good here. So we're going to go for a Max Darkness again, and we're going to go for a Electroweb here to slow them down. We're going to see the Meowstic retreat Incineroar coming in. Let's see. It's going to be the Groudon. Oh, okay. So they're going for Solar Power attacks. All right. Don't know what exactly they're aiming for here then, but I mean, hit the Electroweb please in a Charizard. I would really love that. Nice. Okay, that's really huge. So we're able to get a pretty decent hit off in the Charizard. We're able to get a Max Darkness into Groudon, lower their special defenses, probably put both of these Pokemon in range of Behemoth Blade at this rate. Yeah, that's really good damage into their Groudon. Actually, we could probably set up Zacian now. I think Blizzard, they don't have a swap. So if I hit the Blizzards, I'm actually in a really good shape. We're going to see the Airstream come out. Okay. Into Eleki? No, into Hydreigon. Okay. I'll take that. I'll take that. The thing is, their Groudon's fast, which is kind of awkward. Yeah, this shouldn't matter too much, I think. Yeah, I don't think this should matter too much. Solar Power, the Charizard might be in range of T-Bolt, because they are only under light screen, but they're -1 Spadef. So T-Bolt probably KOs. Now, the question is, does Charizard max guard or not? That's a big question, too. Also, we pretty much, I think, confirmed that the Charizard doesn't have... Max Strike would be nice in the Groudon, I think. I think I want to protect and Max Strike here. Yeah, I think Max Strike is always the call into the Groudon slot, because I do think that this should be probably Max Guard Charizard here. They are in range of T-Bolt, and they are vulnerable because they are only at neutral speed. So let's see. Eleki protects here. Groudon protects here. Did the Charizard not protect? Did it go for the Wildfire? Was it Last Ditch Wildfire? No, an Airstream once again into Hydreigon. Okay, that's not too bad. I was about to say that was a little bit dangerous. It seemed like it was doing a little bit more than necessary here, but we will get a Max Strike into the Groudon slot. The Charizard, oh, this is strange though. I wish I got the T-Bolt off instead. I took so much damage with Hydreigon unnecessarily. We do get a Max Strike into Groudon though, and the Groudon needs to be decently fast to outspeed my Hydreigon. Specifically, my Zacian should outspeed it, which is nice. And if I can get a T-Bolt off into this Charizard, I do pick up the knockout. And the thing is, they can only pick up one knockout here with the Groudon. I don't think Rock Slide KOs Eleki in this position. So I guess we're just gonna go for T-Bolt in the Charizard here. And I wonder if it's 4 attacks Charizard. So we're gonna go for T-Bolt here. That's 100% what I'm gonna do. And the question is, what am I doing with Hydreigon? Probably just Dark Pulse at this point. Yeah, we're probably just gonna go for a Dark Pulse. Yeah, there's not much we can do otherwise. So we're gonna go for Dark Pulse here. I guess Meowstic can still be a pain. We're gonna see the Charizard retreat. Smart option from their part. It is in range of Behemoth Blade though. We are gonna see the Meowstic come out. Okay, so is T-Bolt able to pick up the knockout Meowstic? That'd be really nice if it does. Nice. Okay. So I'll take the knockout Meowstic. They're probably going for Blades here, I imagine. No, they go for Rock Slide. Okay. I think I really like that, actually. I'm pretty sure I do. Because I'm pretty sure I go hard into... Wait, what was their other restricted? Did we see... Oh, it's the Yveltal, right? So we always go out into Zacian or Kyurem. I think it's Zacian. Well, the thing is, if they have Venusaur in the back, if they go hard Venusaur, this is really awkward. However, yeah, I'm going to go Zacian here. Let's see if this is right. Because if it's Venusaur, I'd rather have one Kyurem for the Blizzard. Oh, Incineroar is the last Pokemon. Okay. Is the Groudon in range of attacks? I guess that's also a unique thing to note. I probably want to protect my Regigigas here for sure. How many turns of Sun are left? 2, right? Yeah, it's 2 turns of Sun. We go for the double protect here. And then I guess the upcoming turns are going to be super awkward. Screech with Sacred Sword is interesting because it doesn't work against the Incineroar here. I would really have loved to gone for it here. I don't think this is too bad though, because I'm pretty sure if I don't protect here, as long as they don't Sword Stance or Substitute, I should be able to go for a Thunderbolt Sacred Sword into the Incineroar slot and pick up the knockout the next turn. And then I should be okay, I think. So we're going to see Fake Out. It's going to come out into the Zacian slot. We're going to see a Sword Stance. Yeah, okay, so that's kind of what was awkward here. I could go for the KO into their Groudon and then they don't have Sun Up for the rest of the game. Or do I go for the Incineroar? I think Thunderbolt and a Sacred Sword should knock out Incineroar in most cases. I feel like probably Thunderbolt Sacred Sword is the play here because a Groudon... the thing is, if I don't get to knock on Groudon this turn, it outspeeds my entire team and sweeps me, doesn't it? So I might have to go for the Screech Behemoth Blade here. I think I have to. Yeah, I'm going to go for it. All right, Screech Behemoth Blade, don't let me down. A retreat Incineroar out into Charizard. Oh, that's really, really good for me here. That's really good for me here. The Screech. Okay. There's no way. Are you max speed Groudon? I feel like... Oh, I can't tell based on the damage earlier. Okay, you're not. You're bulky Groudon. Perfect. So Behemoth Blade comes out and this should win us the game. Because we're able to eliminate the Oh, okay. We're able to eliminate the Groudon. Huge crit. Didn't matter. Really didn't matter. Sunlight fades, so the Charizard doesn't have solar power. Not really that big of a deal. The Regigigas is still faster. Okay, this should seal it. This should seal it. Ooh, Screech Aleki coming into play here. We're gonna see the Incineroar come out here, and we're now -1 attack with our Zacian, but it should be a-okay from here. We could probably just go for the protect here, and I don't know what I want to do with my Zacian. Do I want to just protect here, or do I want to go hard into Kyurem? Hard into Kyurem might not be a bad play here. He turns a light screen. I mean, I guess we just double protect here. There's nothing wrong with double protecting and just not taking any damage, because like Kyurem doesn't have to take damage for no reason, I suppose. Battle's gonna be forfeited. Okay, perfect, because they probably thought they couldn't beat whatever I had in the back end. Yeah, okay. So Hydreigon was nice because the Assault Vest Hydreigon was actually really good. It took the attacks from the Charizard, and Blast Burn wasn't really a strong option, so they didn't get the Wildfire chip. I guess I kind of made a little bit of an error. I really wish I was able to get a T-Bolt off in the Charizard, but I was like, and not prevent that max airstream the third time around. But oh, I really thought they were just going to go for the max guard right there and save the Charizard. Maybe their Charizard didn't have it. However, yeah, it did put me in the back foot. And then thankfully the Screech option, I think the Screech was huge with the Regigigas. I think that's what saved me, because I don't think I would have knocked out the Groudon at neutral attack with my Zacian. So having that Screech option for a double up to KO, which was absolutely huge, I think just ended up helping me seal the deal. If you currently enjoy the content you're watching and want to see more of it, make sure you check out my other YouTube channels, my second YouTube channel, my Eclipse channel, and of course, make sure you follow the action live on my Twitch channel. All links available in the description down below. Interesting take on the Regigigas Wheezing mode. Palkia, of course, doesn't really usually rely on its ability. Regieleki, Kyogre kind of do, because he would like Rain Up, but if you can get Rain Up with Kyogre, then it doesn't really matter what happens to the ability afterward. I actually liked using Kyogre and Wheezing back in Series 10 a lot to prevent the Sun teams from getting up Sun when I already had the Rain out, so I actually really like that before. I'm not sure how it will be in this format. We do have quite a few good Pokemon here. We have a Indeedee, which could be like pretty solid here. I wish we had Max Dragon. Max Dragon would be so good. Not only can we hit Palkia, and we don't even have Freeze Dry, which is kind of concerning, but we also not having a Freeze Dry option or the Max Dragon to slow down the Regigigas is a little bit tricky. I think no Indeedee is correct here, because Indeedee, it absorbs a hit, but I just don't think it accomplishes much otherwise. I think Regieleki is the way to go. Maybe Regieleki plus Zacian is correct, or Regieleki plus Kyurem. I think either one's okay here. I kind of want to go with the Kyurem route. Yeah, I think Kyurem, Zacian, and then I think Ferrothorn in the back. I wanted Hydreigon, which is the weird part, because Hydreigon's actually pretty decent as well. I guess we could Steel Spike. Maybe Hydreigon was a better pick than Kyurem. I'm just worried. Yeah, maybe it was better. Yeah, we have better ways to take the dragon moves from the Palkia. I just don't know which mode they're going to go for. I feel like Regigigas Wheezing is fine against my team. And yeah, we are going to see that Regigigas plus Wheezing lead. Okay. As I do lead my Kyurem plus my Regieleki, and I should live one attack normally. So, I mean, what we could go here for is Electro plus Hyper Beam. And I think that's pretty good here. Oh, I just realized I had to Screech Eleki. I could have Screech Behemoth Bladed this Regigigas out of existence. Oh, that would have been so nice. I could technically accomplish that. You know what? It's probably better to go for the Screech here. I mean, I have to hit an Electro up anyway, right? Let's go for the Screech into Gigas. And let's go for the Max Strike into the Wheezing. Is that the right play, or is it just Electro up? I think it's Max Strike here for sure. I think it's Max Strike the Wheezing, go for the Screech here in the Gigas, because if I get the Screech in the Gigas, Behemoth Blade just destroys, I think it just destroys it, and then afterward I can follow up pretty easily. And I don't know what they're going to exactly go for here. They could go for a Max Quake into the Eleki, or they could go for like a Strike here into the Kyurem, or a Strike into Eleki also makes sense to me. I don't know what Kyurem's going to, what Wheezing's exactly going to do here. I would really love to get the knockout to Wheezing if possible this turn. However, not necessarily important. I just wonder what item is that Kyogre, because not having the Eleki healthy might be a concern here. because having the Eliki would be nice for like Thunderbolt against a Scarf Kyogre, especially since they only have the Regigigas really as the speed control here, or maybe it's Trick Room on the Palkia. We do see a Protect here. Okay, so please land the Screech, Eliki. Nice. Okay, big Screech off into the Gigas. That's huge. So we're able to get a Max Strike off here into the Regigigas as they go for Max Strike themselves. All right, into the Eliki. Yep, no surprise. So we do lose our Eliki here. However, probably a really good position for me. I get the Screech off. If I led the Zacian, would have been fantastic. However, there are of course things that Wheezing, I don't know, would Wheezing want to go for Whisk there? I could have maybe gotten a burn off, but I guess if I got rid of their Dynamaxmon for a burn Zacian that doesn't have play rough in this matchup, it probably would have been really solid here. We do get a lot of damage into the Wheezing slot, and now we can go hard into Zacian here, and we can go for Behemoth Blade into the Gigas. We should be able to pick up a knockout. Thanks to that Max Strike on the Kyurem, we should be able to go for a Max Quake just fine. They don't have ground switch-ins, and so we can start boosting up our special defense, which is really good against the rest of their team. So let's go for the Max Quake here into Behemoth Blade. They're going to Max Guard A-okay by my standards. We are going to go for the Behemoth Blade here, and we are going to go for a Max Quake. So we aren't able to eliminate the Gigas, but the fact that the Gigas is not going to have its neutralizing gas next to it means slow start reactivates, and now the Gigas isn't really accomplishing much on the field. So this is not terrible. Our special defense is boosted, and yeah, I do kind of like this position now. I'll definitely take this position. The sword, so now I am +1 attack. Actually, I guess if they went Incineroar, they could have lived, but I think it's Palkia Kyogre in the back. I didn't expect Incineroar in the back. Yeah, I think it is Palkia and going to be the Kyogre. So let's see. Oh, it was Incineroar. I guess I could have. Well, I guess it didn't matter because I got my sword and then they intimidated. So actually, no, it didn't matter because I'm pretty sure Behemoth Blade would still knock out the Gigas. So yeah, this still works out perfectly all right for me. I guess I just go for the Protect with our Zacian, and we're going to go for a Max Quake into their Incineroar slot. Because Max Quake probably just threatens. Yeah, probably just threatens to knock out Incineroar. I'll definitely take it. I'll have a +2 Zacian as well, and then we can just focus down the Kyogre, or we could focus down the Gigas, and I think this should be a sealed win here. This looks really strong position-wise, and I can't really see anything else that they can really utilize. Let's see. I guess if Palkia's in the back and has a fire move, but I'm assuming they brought Incineroar mainly just because they don't have a Ferrothorn answer. Let's find out. Are they going to switch out the Incineroar to go into Kyogre? But then they get the rain up, which is kind of awkward for them because now they can't KO Ferrothorn, and then I start setting up Iron Defenses and Leech Seeds, and it's really hard for them to KO regardless. Next, we're going to come out into the Incineroar, pick up a knockout. No fake out, which is interesting. Okay, we are able to eliminate the Incineroar, and we're +2 special defense with both our Pokemon. Really, really solid. The Gigas is not really a threat. We just got to get rid of the Kyogre at this point in the game, and we'll just go for Earthquake. Or not Earthquake, Earth Power and Sacred Sword. I think we're gonna see the Max Quake into the Zacian, so they're gonna get a special defense boost for my Kyurem. A-okay by me. I guess I do have to be concerned about the Gigas starting the slow starts. You know, that's 1 turn, so they have. It is 1 turn, right? Or is it 2 turns? It might be 2 turns actually. Yes, 2 turns. I think Palkia comes in. I wish I had Freeze Dry. However, not that bad. Not that bad at all. We do survive any attacks from the Palkia. We are just going to throw off. I think we're just going to go for Blizzards. I think I'll just dish out a Blizzard here. Or do I want to go for Sacred Sword? Maybe actually. No, I Sacred Sword here always. Do I want to go for Blizzard or Earth Power? I could even go for the Hyper Beam. However, I want the damage on the Palkia. The damage on Gigas doesn't matter at all. I'm just going to go for Earth Power, I guess. Let's see. Sacred Sword into Palkia. We are able to get a decent amount of damage off. Earth Power going to come out into the Zacian. We're +2 special defense. They don't crit, which is beautiful as well. Nice. And our Life Orb Palkia. Wait, it wasn't Life Orb on the Gigas. I just realized. Wow. Okay, Earth Power and a Palkia is able to eliminate it, and that is 100% the game right there, as we're going to see the Wheezing go for the high horsepower. I don't think this knocks out the Zacian. Oh, it did. Oh, it's a crit. I was about to say, I didn't think that knocked out Zacian with the slow start. Maybe if it was Expert Belt, I think that might have potentially gotten it. At this point, though, we go hard into Ferrothorn, and we do seal up the game here because unless you have a fire move, I don't see you winning here. I'm gonna go straight for that body press, I think. Yeah, let's just press them. And you know what? Let's go for the Hyper Beam of Kyurem. Why not just throw off a Hyper Beam just for the show? Even though they're probably just gonna forfeit, I imagine. I would like to see the Hyper Beam animation off. They go for the Protect. Okay. They're gonna forfeit next turn. Watch. They're gonna forfeit next turn. They're not gonna... actually, well, they are trying to stall out the slow start. However, I just don't think they take way too much damage, I'm pretty sure, from body press and hyper beam. I don't think crit fire move and slow start knocks out Ferrothorn. I'm pretty sure. We are going to see them attack. Okay, so we at least get to see the hyper beam animation from the Kyurem. Look at this monster. Good. That's actually really good damage. That's +1 Spadef Regigigas too. They go for Ice Punch. They're going for Freeze into the Ferrothorn. Yeah, they do get the Freeze. Okay. They do get the Freeze. I don't know if they can win though. I feel even if I stayed frozen, like they probably had to attack anyway. Like I guess they probably had high horse. No, is it Earthquake or high horsepower? Probably high horsepower. Yeah, it was high horsepower we saw. So they would have had to just like keep going for high horsepower Ice Punch, even if they crit multiple times. We saw Protect, we saw Giga Impact, we saw Max Quake, and we saw Ice Punch. So yeah, they didn't have an option against Ferrothorn, and even if they like crit every move against Ferrothorn with the Left's Recovery, they had to deal with my Kyurem first anyway, because I could just spam Earth Power at that point. And yeah, even if they like, you know, don't have the slow start active anymore and they finally snap out of it, I mean, the Iron Barbs I think just beats down the Regigigas ahead of time, and they can't even timer stall me, so was able to seal up I think from there. But yeah, the Hyper Beam in from the Kyurem White actually did come into play, because I was able to go for like that Screech Max Strike play, which was amazing, because being able to always threaten the Regigigas with the Behemoth Blade with the -2 defense, they didn't have any options. I guess the Incineroar play didn't matter, because I'm pretty sure Behemoth Blade did kill the Regigigas at that range anyway with the Dynamax and all. So because they would have got intimidated, but I got my sword activated, and you know the Wheezing had to stay in regardless. So yeah, at that point, like I just always threatened the Regigigas. They didn't have much, and yeah, the Kyurem was just able to nuke the everything else I'd imagine after that. Okay, we have a Dialga Kyogre team of Landorus, the Porygon 2, Urshifu, and Whimsicott. What kind of Urshifu is it going to be? That is the main question. I'd imagine it'd probably be dark typing. However, I could also see the water typing. The decision here for my lead, I think Kyurem's really good against this team, other than the, of course, the Dialga. Hydreigon could be decent. The Porygon's actually kind of strange for me. I wonder if they have a fire move on the Dialga. They don't have a good Ferrothorn matchup, so I'd imagine it has to be Dark Urshifu to really threaten me. I think, what do I want to go here? I probably go with like a Kyurem lead. They have a Tailwind mode and a Tricker mode, so I have no idea what the speed tiers are going to be here. I think I just lead NDD plus Kyurem. I think it's a really strong lead. Maybe I just try to set up for the Ferrothorn in the back, because I think Ferrothorn's really good. I would like Eliki, however, I don't think it's really necessary. I'm not really scared of Landorus. I think Dialga is going to be the Dynamax Pokemon here, unless they decide I want to Dynamax the Kyogre. Yeah, because I don't see it otherwise. I think Eliki would be nice against the Kyogre and the Urshifu, but the Landorus makes it a bit tricky, and Porygon 2 can kind of wall it, although Screech is an option that I could consider. I don't think it's really that great against this team, especially since I don't know if -2 on the Porygon 2 with a Behemoth Blade from my Zacian, if I'm put to neutral, if they lead like or have a Landorus with Intimidate, I don't think that knocks out the Porygon. So let's go for this instead. We'll find out. I think it's really going to be a question of which mode they decide to go for here. It's going to be Whimsicott and Dialga, looks like. All right, I think that's a pretty good lead for me, because I can go for Fake Out into a Max Quake immediately, and I'll be able to survive, I think, a max move from the Dialga very safely here. And I think that's always the goal. Not really too worried. I think Dialga is the only mon that I'm really worried about. I think the back are probably Urshifu, and I think it's probably Urshifu. We're gonna go for a Fake Out into the Whimsicott. We're gonna go for a Max Quake here. I guess if they have Helping Hand, they could go for Helping Hand if they expect the Fake Out. I'm not sure if they are going to expect it though. I think Max Quake here is okay, because I get the damage in the Dialga. Do I think it's Policy? They don't have anything that activates Policy unless it's Bolto's Landorus. I guess I probably should have figured out the item on the Dialga ahead of time because we could have seen it. I don't remember if it's telepathy or pressure. I should have paid attention a bit more there as I didn't consider it being a potential policy set, but that should have been something I could have been aware of here. Let's see. Do they max the Dialga? Probably. Yep, they are going to max the Dialga. No surprise because Dialga is a pretty good Maximon, especially in this situation right here. Especially since it will allow it to live a attack from my Kyurem. Now the question is, can the Dialga KO my Kyurem? If it can't KO my Kyurem, pretty bad, but I think my Kyurem should be able to live with this def boost otherwise. Of course, Roar Time would be super scary. We are going to see a Fake Out come out into Whimsicott. Okay, so they aren't able to get a Helping Hand, Tailwind, or whatever. They could have went for the Helping Hand, but they didn't have it unless they don't have it in general. We're going to get a Max Quake off into the Dialga. That's a Soul Vest, isn't it? Because that took the attack really, really well here. Okay, so I think it's a Soul Vest Dialga then. Then we're going to see a Wax Whirlwind here into the Kyurem slot. We should be able to take this. Yeah, not great, but we do take it. All right. Yeah, that should be a Soul Vest Dialga. That's a very interesting decision here. Okay. Soul Vest Dialga probably doesn't do that much damage to my Entity. I can just always go for a Follow Me here pretty safely, and we can go for a Max Quake into the Dialga slot. Then I guess the upcoming turns are going to be a bit questionable. I don't think my Kyurem lives a Max Dragon once again after I get my second boost with the Max Quake, so I don't think I can get Ferrothorn set up, which is unfortunate, but I do think that there are Shifus in the back, so as long as I am able to probably prevent the Kyogre under Tailwind, I might be alright. Yeah, Soul Vest Dialga is an interesting choice here. I really wonder what kind of Kyogre set it is. I think if it's Scarf is really going to help determine what this game, like how it's going to approach, because Scarf Kyogre Water Spout really threatens my Zacian, which I'm really worried about. Max Quake is going to come out here from their side. Okay, so they target my Entity. My Entity is able to survive, and yeah, we're going to be able to get another boost up. I guess the question is, do I want to KO the Dialga, or do I want to take the knockout Whimsicott the next turn? The question is, do I want Whimsicott out? I think I do want Whimsicott out because Whimsicott's just not accomplishing much here. The Max Quake is able to do a really solid amount to the Dialga even through the Max Quake boost, but yeah, it should be a Soul Vest on that Dialga because it's just taking my attacks insanely well. And I think we do have to Follow Me this upcoming attack right here, so we will go for the Follow Me here, and we will go for a Max Quake into the Dialga. I don't know if Entity is going to survive. I mean, we should live anything other than a Fake Tears combination. Like, yeah, they have Helping Hand and they go for it here, but I think they needed exactly a Fake Tears because I don't think Helping Hand is going to be enough for the knockout into Entity. We can find out, however. Do I hit the Blizzard the next turn, I guess? I guess I just go for the Blizzard the next turn. We do see the Steel Spike doesn't knock out the Entity. I guess the weird part is, maybe I should have strike the Whimsicott here, or at least strike the Dialga. Although Max Quake might pick up the knockout. It looks really close though. I have no clue if this actually picks up the knockout on the Dialga. So here comes the Max Quake into the Dialga. Yeah, it's able to survive. All right. This is a little bit strange, I think. Yeah, definitely a little bit strange here. I am able to get some boosts up. The Kyurem, I don't think it lives an attack from... Maybe it does live an attack from Whimsicott. I think I sacked the Entity this upcoming turn. Yeah, I think I sacked the Entity this upcoming turn. And because they're going to Moonblast the Entity slot and probably just go for a Flash Cannon into my Kyurem. That's what I'd imagine here. Do I want to save Entity? Because Fake Out might be huge. The question is, do I want to take the Moonblast damage? Because we don't know what the items are in the back. If it's Scarf Kyogre, I'm really terrified of getting Revenge KO'd in this game. Although with Porygon 2, I think it's more inclined not to be a Scarf Kyogre. So maybe it is the right play just to go the hard into Zacian here and preserve the Entity with Fake Out support. So we'll go for the Protect here, I think, with the Kyurem, and we're going to go hard into Zacian. I could be completely wrong. We're going to see the Whimsicott actually retreat here into Urshifu. Okay. Wait. Did they double swapped? Landers comes out. No Kyogre. Okay. I wasn't going to click Blizzard in this situation, most likely, but next turn I would have liked to. The Landers coming in. We don't know the item. I don't know. I think Zacian's in a really good spot offensively. Yeah, it should be in a really good spot offensively. We're going to protect. Well, we failed to protect on Kyurem, which is actually perfect, probably. I think we just go hard into Ferrothorn here. Or do we go back into Entity? I wouldn't mind going back into Entity, actually, because keeping Ferrothorn healthy might actually be the play. I think we just go hard into Indeedee. We could lose both Pokemon here. I guess that's a little bit frustrating. I think that's all right though. You know what? Let's go out into Indeedee. Let's go for the Protect. Because I'm just trying to figure out what the heck are their sets now. Because I'm trying to guess right now and I'm not finding an answer. We're going to go hard into Indeedee. Let's find out some items maybe. We can find out if this is Scarf Landers potentially, which would be really nice to know. It's not Scarf. Okay. And it goes for close combat into the Indeedee. That's actually perfect. Yeah, that's perfect. I really like that actually. Okay. So goodbye Indeedee. We're going to see a Rock Slide. Okay. I think we go hard into Landorus and we click Behemoth Blade. Or no, we go hard Zacian and we click Behemoth Blade, not Landorus. So we go hard into our Zacian. I actually... are you protecting the Urshifu? I don't think you are, because I could click Blizzard here. And I could go for Sacred Sword, I think, in Urshifu. If I get rid of Urshifu, I think my Ferrothorn's really safe to win. Because I don't know if this is Choice Banded or Urshifu, right? That's a big question. They don't have Tailwind up anymore, so this is my perfect opportunity to strike. Yeah, let's just go for the Blizzard. Let's just go for Sacred Sword. Like, even if they go for Earthquake, I think we're all right. They protect the Landers. That's ideal. Okay, that's really ideal. Because I'm able to get a Sacred Sword off into their Urshifu. Are you banded? You are banded, it looks like. All right. That's really ideal. That's really ideal. Okay. So, I think Ferrothorn wins, unless I'm mistaken. They're going to go hard into their Whimsicott. We click Behemoth Blade always into Blizzard. Yeah, we always click Behemoth Blade into Blizzard here. And we should be able to knock out the Landorus, and then we have Quick Attack to knock out the Dialga. Yeah, I think that's always the play. I don't have to save Kyurem here. I could Protect. I don't think it does anything for me. They have to be like Life Orb or something in order to KO me. So Tailwind's going to come out. All right. We should be seeing Earthquake here. Yep, they self Earthquake. Completely acceptable. Come on, Zacian. We got crit, didn't we? That's so frustrating. It's a spread Earthquake, unless it's Life Orb. Are you Life Orb Landorus? Yeah. Oh, man. I think I set up too, because unless the Landorus is usually like a boosting item, that wouldn't KO. I think we can't win now because I'm pretty sure that the Dialga has a fire move. Like, maybe we can win. Maybe. I'm going to Protect here and hope that they EQ. Maybe they're going to go for Helping Hand EQ and then I can Iron Defense. I mean, maybe there's a shot we can win this. Maybe there's a chance. A small chance, but maybe. They go for Helping Hand here, so this is EQ. Yep. Okay. We protect our Ferrothorn. I'm pretty sure they're just like trying to get the Dialga in safely to go for the Flamethrower. I think it was the Telepathy Dialga, I'd imagine. So here comes EQ. Gonna hit the Whimsicott. Is it worth the Iron Defense here or the Leech Seed? Probably Leech Seed. I think the recovery is more important. Yeah, going for the Leech Seed is more important. They could switch out the Whimsicott into Dialga and protect the Landers. So I could definitely see them making that play. However, they don't really have a reason to, right? They could just go for Helping Hand EQ once again. Oh, they protect Whimsicott. Interesting choice. All right. So they're going to go for Earthquake. I guess next turn, if I just go for Iron Defense, I think Iron Defense is better. Because I'm going to get a lot of recovery here. Yeah, with the Leech Seed onto the Landers. I think we Iron Defense set up now. They have a few plays, but they're all kind of risky. What if the Landers switches out into the Dialga? They go hard Dialga. I mean, if they have fire move on Dialga, they should 100% never be a hard switch into Dialga. It should never be a hard switch to Dialga. If they don't have fire move on Dialga, then yeah, it probably has to switch out, I think. Well, let's Iron Defense set up, I guess. You know that it has Steel move, Ground move. They do actually switch out into that Dialga. So I could have Body Pressed and maybe I could have sealed it up that way. They go for Protect. All right. I do go for the Iron Defense here. The reason I want to go for the Iron Defense here is because like the Earthquake damage was pretty minuscule. If they went for Helping Hand EQ there, it was all right. I probably just healed back with like the leftovers plus the Leech Seed recovery. Maybe Ferrothorn just wins this. I could be crazy. But watch, they're going to reveal the fire move now and I'm going to get completely screwed. But let's Body Press here. There's no reason not to just Body Press. All right. Show me. Unless you're just Helping Hand Earth Power or Helping Hand Blizzard, then maybe I have a shot. I think the Iron Defense setup was really solid here. I think it is. Well, I guess I could have body pressed, but how was I supposed to know that they were going hard Dialga? Because I was expecting Fire Move this entire time because, like, how did they deal with Ferrothorn? I guess Urshifu? Oh, they're retreating here into Landorus. I don't understand. Someone's gotta go protect. I guess they don't have it. I guess they don't have Fire Move then. Because if they had Fire Move, you would have imagined they would have just went for it, right? It just ended this game. They had Helping Hand Fire Move. Okay, so they don't have it. All right. I think they're just trying to timer then. Yeah, they're trying to timer this game. So I Leech Seed the Landorus first, or I Body Press the Whimsicott. Body Press the Whimsicott actually makes more sense to me. Yeah, I think Body Press the Whimsicott. If they go for Helping Hand EQ, it's all right. They're gonna retreat. Oh, they're protecting the Landorus, aren't they? It's switching to Dialga. Oh, okay, they go for EQ. It is telepathy Dialga. Okay, so we do confirm. So I didn't have to worry about policy originally. No crit. Beautiful. And we got the KO on Dialga, which was probably the only mon that really did the damage to me. So goodbye into the Dialga. Perfect. I guess the ways they win this now are like Rock Slide flinching my Ferrothorn, so I never get an attack off, so they timer stall me with a 2v1 situation. Yeah, I mean, now this is a really good situation. Also, we can confirm that it's not a boosting item on Landorus because the Earthquake damage has not really done anything to Ferrothorn. Sure, it's Iron Defense, but yeah, if it was like Soft Send or something, it would have been doing a little bit more, I'd imagine. We go for the Leech Seed here into the Landorus. The Whimsicott is Protect, Helping Hand, Tailwind, and Moonblast, so it can't do any damage to me. And yeah, they're just trying to timer stall, I guess, at this point. I mean, the Landorus has Fly. They either got, like, even a crit at this point. I don't think crit Helping Hand knocks out Ferrothorn, so yeah, they gotta go for timer. The question is, I don't know what they're gonna do to secure the timer. I want to Leech Seed on Landorus in case they single target crit EQ me. But yeah, I think it's just gonna come down to timers, so... Oh boy, if I lose the timer on... Okay, they tail... Why did they tailwind? Because of a... I guess move animation? You go for Earthquake, so the Whimsicott is... Actually goes down because I think they crit themselves. Oh, how ironic. How ironic. Your Landorus, the crit machine, like, screwed you over from any chance of winning now. Because you needed that Whimsicott around. You needed that Whimsicott around. But yes, I think now this is a 100% secured game. The Landorus crit EQ doesn't matter here. I never protect the Ferrothorn here, I'd imagine. It's Citrus Berry. Okay, that's an interesting Landorus set. I think we always just Iron Defense. Because like a Body Press doesn't look like it does anywhere enough damage for like 2 Leech Seed recoveries. So yeah, we'll just Iron Defense here. Because like it doesn't even matter if we stall out here. Yeah, the battle's gonna be forfeited. Yeah, so get rid of Urshifu. They gave me the Urshifu, and I think that was the biggest target because getting rid of Urshifu in that position just meant that I was able to really just, I guess, Ferrothorn them. Ferrothorn was able to secure. Even though the Earthquake crit I thought was going to matter because I thought the Dialga was Fire Move, and I thought Quick Attack Exhaustion could have sealed up that game right there because Behemoth Blade would have KO'd the Landorus and Quick Attack finishes off the Dialga since it was a really low HP. I would have sealed it, but thankfully the crit EQ did not matter in that situation. Ferrothorn just doing Ferrothorn things with the Iron Defense set, and I think getting the Body Press catch on the Dialga was just really helpful as well. And that is the show. This team was really something. Double Dragon with no Dragon moves, no Fire type coverage. Hyper Beam Kyurem White actually came into play in one of our games. The Hydreigon was actually pretty nice to have, and yeah, it ended up working out. And yeah, this team did get top 4 in the Japan Nationals Qualifier, and yeah, it was pretty strong. It was. So if you do want to try it out, grab it with the rental code right here on your screen. You can go check out the creator and the details of the team down below in the description. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like down below, leave a comment down below. It really does help me out. And of course, check out the rest of my videos that I have on the channel about Series 12 content because we use a lot of cool teams. We feature a lot of unique Pokemon, and it's a lot of fun. But otherwise, thank you all for tuning in. Have a great day, people, and until we bow again, I'll catch y'all later.